These are my top 5 tips on the Mate X 750S. Before we start, I have a video suggestion at the end of the video. For those of you that are local, I would really appreciate your opinion on it. Now, tip number 1, charging the bike. To charge the bike, there's a little hole on the side for your plug to go in. Connect it there and the motor of the battery charger will start. Red means charging, green means it's full. There's 2 ways to charge the bike. One, with the battery inside the bike. That's the easy way. And the other way is by removing the battery. The only reason I see you having to take it out to charge is if you have 2 batteries and you swap one out as the other charges. Other than that, make it easy for yourself and keep it inside the bike and charge it. Now, I'm not sure if it's just my charger or not, but I noticed every single time I finished charging my bike and I would ride it and come back to try to charge it, it wouldn't charge when I plugged in. I had to unplug the block either from the wall or from the cord that goes to the bike and then plug it back in, and then it'll start charging again. So just in case this happens to you guys, just know that all you have to do is unplug it and plug it back in. Again, I'm not sure if that's normal or if it's just mine that's faulty, but just in case you think that you got a faulty one, just unplug it from the wall or the cord that goes into the bike and you should be just fine. Tip number 2, removing the battery. Removing the battery is pretty simple, but first let's talk about the locking knob. I'm sure there's a technical term to it, but that's why we have B-roll. If you turn the lock all the way clockwise, you will see that it unlocks, therefore doesn't show. Turn it once counterclockwise and you'll see that it pops out, which is in the lock position. If you turn it once more counterclockwise, you will see that it pops out just slightly more, which means you have turned the ignition on and the key won't come out, but we'll get into that a little later. For those of you that don't know, the battery is inside the body where it says Mate on it. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is make sure the knob is in the lock position. That will hold the battery in place as you unfold the bike. Don't make the mistake of unfolding the bike while it's unlocked, because if you do that, then there's a high chance of the battery sliding out. Once you unfold the bike, unlock the battery, take out the key and pull the battery out with its handle. You'll see that there's a little sticker that says do not remove, which I highly recommend not to touch. On this side, you'll see a knob that says fuse. I'm not sure what it's for, so I'm not even gonna touch it. To put the battery back, it's pretty simple. Once it's in, make sure you lock it, and then go ahead and fold the bike back. Tip number 3, how to turn on the bike. It sounds simple as just turning on the screen, but if you do that, the screen will turn off. That's where the keys come in. I love that they provide keys in order for the bike to turn on. I say it's more for security reasons. If someone is trying to steal your bike, yes, they can take it by riding away with it like a regular bike, but they won't be able to unlock the electric power or go too fast because it is a heavy machine. Some of you were saying that it would be nice to be able to track your bike if it is stolen. I think that's a great idea. I'm not sure why they didn't implement that, but it would have been nice. The ignition is located slightly in front of the seat on the bottom. Why they placed it there, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a fan, but it's something you just have to get used to. In the beginning, your first instinct is to duck down and see where the key goes, but imagine doing that every single time. Yeah, no, not for me. So what I've learned to do is just know how the key goes in initially. So after that, you just start to learn and you don't have to fiddle around anymore. Turn it all the way counterclockwise and you will see that you won't be able to pull the key out. So once you do that, turn on the screen and you're ready to go. Tip number 4, pedal assist. Pedal assist is such a cool concept. Once the bike recognizes that it's in motion, the pedal assist will kick in. Seriously guys, at first it really does feel like that. So my advice is to keep it at level 1 so that you can feel the pedal assist, then gradually go up levels since you already know the way it feels once the pedal assist kicks in. Obviously, the higher the level, the more assist you're gonna get from the bike. If you stop pedaling, you also feel the electric power stop. You have to continue on pedaling in order for the electric power to stay on. But trust me, you barely have to put any effort in. Like this shot. I'm slightly pedaling, but I'm going full speed. The pedal assist level was at 9 and I was flying. And one thing I noticed was if you're riding without the electric power and you decide to then turn it on, the bike will kick in at full speed for about 2 seconds and then go back to level 1. It won't remember the last power level that you left it on, but no matter what, it'll start at full speed for about 2 seconds. So just be careful with that. And last but not least, tip number 5, the throttle. Once you're comfortable with the bike, the throttle is such a breeze to use. The reason why I say that is because the throttle kicks in right away. You have to have the electric power to at least level 1 in order for you to be able to use the throttle. The throttle doesn't go off of the numbers on the screen. It just depends on how much you push it. So the farther you push the throttle, the faster you're gonna go. I personally like to use the throttle from 0 and then get the power from the pedal assist. It's such a lazy way to start a bicycle, but you didn't get an electric bike to get a workout, right? Also, standing up while using the throttle feels awesome. You technically can ride the bike standing up the whole way, but just remember, solely using the throttle means less range. So if you're going far, make sure you use the pedal assist the majority of the time of your trip. Those are my top 5 tips on the Mate X 750S, and I want to do a reaction video to strangers using the bike for the first time. So if you're interested, follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm always updating what I'm doing, and I'll post when I plan to go to Long Beach to film that video. And if you're a Mate backer, please let me know. I'd love for you to come by, try out the bike, and just knowing that you're a backer too, I'd love for you to just try out what you're gonna get. I'm sure you're gonna smile just as big as all my friends and families have been when they ride the bike for the first time, but since you're a backer, I'm sure you're gonna love it even more. So I'd love to put you on the reaction cam. If you have any questions or any video ideas that you'd like me to cover with the Mate X, please let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes, and to all the new subscribers, thank you and welcome.